All right. What is up? How we doing? Welcome on in, guys. As we trickle on in. It is going to be a time. What is up, Near? How you doing, buddy? I saw the Odyssey. Oh, how was the Odyssey? How was it? How was it? By the way, as you guys are coming in, welcome in, Hayden. Good to see you, buddy. CW Gordon, how you doing? Good to see y'all. Always good to see the fam. It's so funny as I was getting as much information as I could gathered in from the Hall H event starting in about 30 minutes here, and we're going to be gathering as much info as we can, trying to find as many videos and photos and updates as we can. Apparently there is chaos happening in around Hall H. Apparently people are really mad because there were wristbands and passes sent out to ticket buyers and VIP ticket members. People have been waiting in line for apparently like a day or two and are being turned back. And they are not happy about it. There is now apparently like they're sitting people along the floor and along the wall, trying to pack as many people in here without it turning into an absolutely giant, you know, fire hazard. So that is what is happening right now at Hall H. Let me turn this down just a little tiny bit more here. Skylar, what's up? Good to see you. I need the Young Avengers show. We'll see. We'll see what gets announced. There's a report that just came out a little bit ago that 30 actors were apparently on the call sheet for this event. So who knows who's going to show up? Obviously, if you didn't see the news that came out earlier today, there are reports that Ryan Gosling has been cast as Ghost Rider. A little shocking that this would be leaked so far ahead of the event, but I guess we'll see. I guess we will see. This better be hype. 1 a.m. and I am sleepy AF. Well, CW, it's. I hope that you're rewarded for your endurance here. What's up, Jet? Good to see you, buddy. Movie of the year so far, sense of scale, the themes, all the practical stuff. I have not actually seen the Odyssey yet. I've been dealing with a lot of family stuff, so I'm trying to get around to seeing it hopefully next week. But that's also Spider-Man next week, right? Yeah, life has been crazy. So hopefully I get a chance to see it at some point here in the next week or two. But there's a lot of speculation. I mean, look, Kevin Feige said earlier this week that when we come to Hall H, it's a big deal. So expect fireworks tonight. More importantly, they already released the trailer for Doomsday ahead of the panel. I believe that was done to just literally get people psyched up and hyped for the MCU again and Marvel again, of course, with Spider-Man coming out. But that was just a teaser for whatever's to come, right? I think that was just a teaser. Doomsday is going to completely break the MCU, like literally the universe as a whole. And this is their last Comic-Con panel before that happens. So I saw there was a report earlier today that people were trying to downplay the hype and telling people not to be too excited for what's to come, but I mean, that's nonsensical. We're getting the X-Men and that's on God. Yeah, I would be shocked if we don't get some news about the X-Men at all. We're being told that Ryan Gosling is at San Diego Comic-Con. Okay. What every piece of news rumors for this, so going in with zero expectations. Probably the best way to go about it, but it's, yeah, gonna blow the doors open. My expectation beyond just X-Men is Secret Wars. However, you know, there's a genuine question of whether or not they want to give up some of the goods for what's going to happen in Doomsday, right? They were very mum on details for Endgame heading into Infinity War. And obviously because they didn't want to give up the fact that the snap happened, right? So we'll see on Secret Wars, but it would be surprising if they didn't talk about it here. They also could talk about Secret Wars next year, so who knows? Was there no Star Wars panel at San Diego Comic-Con? I think that there was a Lucasfilm something, because I know there was details on the Indiana Jones comic book that was announced that Jason Aaron Cooter are doing. But no, there was no Star Wars film panel of any kind. No. It's a rough time to be a Star Wars fan. Let me say that, man. Rough time. And DC Studios, although DC Studios did in fact release, information on, lanterns. We had the new trailer, and there was some displays and vendors on site. But for DC, they did not have any big announcements from a film and television standpoint, right? And I'm just gonna say this, as far as DC Studios is concerned. Listen, Man of Tomorrow right now is currently shooting. That is the only movie that is, to our knowledge, in active production. That's next year. We don't know anything beyond what is coming out after Man of Tomorrow from a film standpoint. I think there is reason to be a little concerned for the future of the DCU. Valid reasons. Valid reasons. So I'm just right now trying to get a lot of my my league polls together, because Lord have mercy, man, there was so much announced today. Twitter mentions have been ridiculous, and so I'm already getting some stuff polled here on League that I don't know how we're gonna manage this. Y'all, if anybody was here for the stream yesterday, I showed you guys my poll list and how it's set up, and it's about to get even dicier now. What's up, Cardiac? Good to see you. Fall, good to see you. If we do get X-Men, I would only expect Professor X and Magneto villain casting. Yeah, I mean, well, those are the big ones. I wouldn't be surprised if it was just the entire cast suddenly dropped at once. I figure like some of that is still probably being figured out, but there have to be some heavy hitter names that they probably have locked in already. Think about this. Mahershala Ali was announced as playing Blade years ago at this point. Before the movie was in production, it wasn't shooting. Maybe there was a script, maybe there wasn't. So typically, I mean, we see this with DC too, with Black Adam, because they cast The Rock like a decade before the movie even came out. So plenty of time to get ahead of these things and start locking down folks. And these are like the tentpole actors that are going to be the faces of this next big thing. So I would not be surprised, if we got some things like that, like a Magneto. And there's been a lot of rumors and Adam Driver and all that, man. It should be nuts. If you're seeing that initial DC slate basically collapse, I'll just leave them to cook whatever. Yeah, I mean, hardly anything that was announced at that initial roadmap, the Gods and Monsters thing, that was they've abandoned a lot of those plans at this point. What's up, Emily's other YouTube? Chris, you cover comics? I never knew. It's in the name. Yo, it's in the name. Gotta stay on brand. Good to see you. What's up, Jeffrey? Good to see you. Welcome on in. Got a couple folks in the room right now. Nothing's happening. We should be getting started here in just a moment. I will say this. I've always wanted to go to San Diego Comic-Con. And this is the FOMO that I have been feeling. This is why I'm going to New York. I'm going to New York Comic-Con in October. Hell or high water. Because of this. Because there's just so many things that happen at these mega conventions that just simply don't happen at the lesser cons. Even though those lesser cons are great. Smaller cons are awesome. Heroes Con, Mega Con, I've been to a few this year. But these Big Daddy conventions where the studios come out and the big news drops, I would love to be here for these. So, and just to experience like a giant convention with so many heavy hitters, so many things happening. Bucket list. So San Diego, hopefully I can do next year. I'm gonna try to move everything I can to make New York Comic Con happen in a couple months. But that's, man, got to. Got to. You know, thinking also about this as we get ready to get started with Hall H. I mean, this has been... I can think back to so many, like, iconic moments from Hall H. Like, namely, when I think about... Where's that Loki? Remember that Loki Hall H moment? Yeah. All-timer. All-time moment. When Hiddleston came out in full Loki garb. Bro. FOMO's a Cali boy. Oh, how far are you from the con? Why are you not there? What's up? Chatting from an alternate account because my phone is broken and I'm broke, so I can't replace it. I feel that, yo. I'm trying to get a new phone myself. There's so many moments. This, I think about the Civil War moment where it was Chris Evans and Robert Downey Jr. both came out to tease Civil War and reveal that Tony was going to be in Civil War. That was huge. Like all the famous and classic roadmaps that have come from San Diego Comic-Con, the phases. Yeah, I remember this. Remember this, kids. When the homie Kevin Feige came out here and was like, look at all these untitled Marvel movies. Back when Captain America Civil War was called the Serpent Society. Doctor Strange, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. The crazy thing about this, when you go back and look at this, is... And this was when? This was 2014. Black Panther. What else are they? Captain Marvel. So here's what's really crazy. Inhumans. Well, I don't know about that. Okay. Basically, all of these things happened. Right? All of these things happened. I mean, Inhumans, they didn't get a film, but they got a TV show. But Thor Ragnarok, Doctor Strange, Black Panther, Captain Marvel, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, when they put something on this roadmap, it happened. Infinity War Part 2. Endgame. Civil War. All of it. What's up, B-Mitch? Are we getting Blade tonight? I don't know how to tell you this, but no. Unless Feige was really sandbagging and was trying to get people to temper their expectations for Blade just to sneak it in last minute. But the only thing that they could do to make people happy would be to say that, like, we're shooting next month on Blade. It can't be we got a new director, we got a new writer. We've seen that already. At this point, I'm pretty sure everybody in this chat right now has turned into script for Blade. I just sent in mine last week. Giving Marvel credit, Marvel shill. You know what's crazy about that statement and that accusation? I can't even deny that right now, given what I'm wearing. I am currently wearing a Marvel Studios 10th anniversary More Than a Fan shirt, so I am not going to be able to deny these allegations. Unfortunate. Dang. Hate to see it. What's up, Futurama? Yeah, are you going to have a Hall H live? We're going to try our best to find something here to watch and or listen to. If anybody finds a link of any kind, feel free to share it in chat. I'm searching on TikTok, YouTube, everywhere that I can. But I just want to get all of the news from as many places as we can and react to it live together. Welcome on in. Good to see you. Wonder if they stuck with Inhumans as a movie, it would have been better. I mean, yeah, the execution on the show was pretty dodgy. Like, really bad special effects, some really wooden performances. I mean, I think given a full feature film budget and maybe a different cast, it would have fared a lot better. I don't doubt that at all. Don't doubt that at all. Got a few sources here. I don't know what how stringent they are in the room this year about cameras or live streams or whatever. I'd be very curious. Can't treat Blade as this studio's version of The Flash. I mean, at least the Flash movie actually came out and happened. You know what I mean? The film actually happened. I'll give The Flash one credit. It exists. You know? I do wonder who is going to show up from, if at all, Doomsday. I can't imagine like Robert Downey Jr. is going to show up. He's way too busy. And he already did his Doomsday Hall H appearance, so we'll see. See if I can find something over yonder. It's over So I'm seeing a report here. This is crazy. Hundreds, if not a few thousand, camped out overnight to get into Hall H for its 5:30 panel. Hall H has been at capacity since 11 a.m. per one source, and there are still many, many people waiting in line, desperately hoping to get in. Let me ask you guys a question. Would you camp out outside of a building for something like this? Like, would you get a tent, sleeping bags, the whole shebang for an event like this? Which also, man, I just had a nostalgic thought, man. And this is something for people who are, I don't know, maybe Gen Z. Y'all don't remember what it was like. Like, you see this right here. Now, this is a crazy image, right? What if I told you, again, this is just for the younger folks, okay? What if I told you that people used to do this for movies? So, back in the day, all right? Back in the day, when a big new movie would come out, Star Wars, whatever it is, right? This was before like online pre-orders for a film or buying your tickets weeks and months in advance was a thing. And before they had assigned seats in the theaters. You know how we go online, we get our seat, we pick the exact seat we want to be in and all that, and we just show up at the theater and we get to our seat? That wasn't a thing. If you wanted the perfect seat for that screening of Phantom Menace or whatever, you just had to like go outside and camp outside the theater. Like, this was a thing. People would literally stand in lines, wait in lines for hours. Not to go to a concert, not to get, I'm seeing people say in chat, a PS4, Halo 2. No. To go see a movie at the local multiplex. This was a thing that people used to do. True story. We lived through this. I remember the PS2 days. Yeah. Best Buy, Black Friday, all that. Dog, no. Before Amazon was popping off, like, people would literally like be camping outside of stuff bad. I love the convenience of the science seats, but I don't know if I wanted that experience. It's changed everything. It's changed everything. Is that an AI picture? Probably, yeah. It looks like AI. These are real. Oh, yeah, this is real. Soldier in that sounds great, but yeah, doing that for movie sneak peek really ain't in it. And I'm not even talking sneak peeks. I'm talking just the movies coming out. The old days sound like they were pretty rough, Grandpa. They were. Wait till I tell you about smoking and non-smoking. Woo! That'll trip you up. Stayed out with my cousins for Modern Warfare 3 and Black Ops 2. Oh, dang. You're hitting the real nostalgia. Hitting the real nostalgia. All right, we got some predictions coming in. What is this person doing here? Let's see. Let's see if this looks at all reasonable. X-Men, Wakanda Reborn, Nova, Spider-Man, Miles Morales. Maybe. Thunderbolts 2, Wolverine, Shang-Chi. See, this is how you know this is just out of pocket. A Shang-Chi sequel in the year of our Lord 2026? Nah, that's never happening. Deadpool and Spider-Man. My God, no. Scarlet Witch standalone movie? No. No. No, 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 no. None of these things are happening. Yo, what's up, Patrick? How you doing today, man? How are you feeling? Father now. That's crazy. Marvel Studios Hall H panel begins in 10 minutes. 10 minutes. What's up, Noah? Welcome in. Vaping and non-vaping. Can you imagine? It's so crazy to think about that. That used to be an actual... Is there anywhere that still does that? I'm guessing no. You used to go... Listen, we were a proper country. You would walk into, like, I don't know, a Chili's or something. And you go to the hostess and she'd be like, hi, how you doing? You're like, table for 3, please. Okay, sure. Smoking or non-smoking? Like, just the idea of being in, like, a section of the restaurant where people were just lighting it up. I can't imagine. That's another thing, too. I can't even imagine sitting there trying to enjoy, you know, my half rack of baby back ribs while someone's just literally chain smoking right next to me. Wait, why is the burner out? Who's got the burner account out? Warren credits about a Shang-Chi sequel than a Miles live action. They actually just mentioned that Miles might come to the MCU at some point. I see it happen. It could be this movie. Who knows? Brand new day. I remember they used to advertise midnight screenings for movies. That a thing, not a thing anymore. The midnight screening, I think occasionally they still have movies that play past midnight or start around midnight, but part of it is a lot of it changed after the shooting. Was it Aurora? They stopped doing it properly around there, so they started doing Thursday night previews. I don't really know what the shooting has to do with just midnight just not existing as a time period is just to launch movies anymore, but whatever. A motorcycle can be heard inside of Hall H at San Diego Comic-Con. Chris, I saw your tweet about the wraparounds. League says there are 3-part connecting covers for the issue it releases. See, I don't know about that because League also says, for example, that this is a gatefold wraparound cover. So I am wondering if these are... See, I'm thinking these are variants that can be connected. Right? Like, this is a separate cardstock variant. And then this is like the actual proper cover A gatefold cover that is the whole thing. Exactly. Some cardiac. That's what I'm talking about, man. Let those kids get a little taste of that nicotine action, man. With their mac and cheese and their chicken tenders, their dinosaur nuggets. And again, one of the reasons why they don't live stream these things is because, you know, they want people to show up. But the problem is there's like limited seating, so it's not. Yeah. He's gonna be Cosmic Ghost Rider. Interesting. Like, who's he gonna be playing? Yeah. Nick Cage back for Secret Wars. That has to happen. I think that any actor that has portrayed a superhero in the Marvel universe at some point, like when you go back to like Blade, right? So in the timeline of like the Marvel, them making Marvel movies, Blade, X-Men, obviously they're gonna be in Doomsday, Raimi Spider-Man, Daredevil with Ben Affleck. You know, we saw Electro show up in Deadpool Wolverine. And then you look at the Fantastic Four, we saw Chris Evans show up in Deadpool Wolverine. Eric Bana's Hulk, Ghost Rider, like any of those movies from that weird pre-MCU era, I think are... Any of those actors are fair game to show up in something like a Secret Wars. Like the whole appeal of Secret Wars is seeing different versions of characters clash, right? So I think they're going to pull out all the stops, right? I think you're going to see one of these old Spider-Mans show up, Hugh Jackman, Wolverine, all those things that have been rumored. I'm 100% convinced like they're gonna go nuts with this movie. They're gonna go nuts. They're saying 8:40. I mean, is this just the MCU stuff? And we had a midnight panel earlier. Was there just not a mainline comics panel? I believe there was. We reacted to it yesterday. I think in Discord for. Yeah, yesterday. There was a Marvel What's Next or Next Big Thing panel. For sure. But again, it's just nothing really came out of it that was news. There's now likely a 10 to 20 minute delay on the panel starting. Yeah, imagine they're trying to get actors in here and all that. Who knows? But yeah, I mean, this is just a Marvel Studios panel. This is the big panel they've done for all those years when they've dropped the big announcements and reveals of the universe. So obviously today is a big day. We're like a week ahead of Spider-Man. Doomsday, they dropped the trailer for that. So the future of the MCU to some degree potentially could get revealed tonight. And Feige's been out here in the streets like dropping a lot of hints and teasing, like, you know, we've got plans through 2042 and all that. So I'm assuming they're going to drop some big stuff tonight. And it's a big deal because, as he mentioned, like when we come to Hall H, we don't mess around. You can go back and look at all of their Hall H's. We saw a few earlier. When they come through to San Diego, like, it's not to just be like, hey, you saw the trailer last week? Wasn't that great? No, they're going to reveal major things. Movies will get announced, all that. We need the guy who played Supaida. Supaida Man? Supaida Man? Trying to make me conjure a wizard? What the heck's happening? I know if they didn't start filming before his passing, but Julian McMahon cameo against this RDJ Doom would be kind of cool. Yeah. Who played Doom in that Josh Trank movie? Should we bring anybody back from that movie to redeem them? Have Michael B. Jordan, his Johnny Storm fighting his Killmonger? Come on, man. $8:45 Eastern start time. Oh, still got like Jesus. 15 minutes or so. While we're waiting for this, so let's talk really quickly about all of the things that got announced today. For those who maybe just coming in or you've been busy today, you know, weren't hanging out with us earlier today, a ton of news just from the comic side, mostly DC related. Marvel did participate in the convention, but not only did we get the full DC solicitations, which that's another thing too. Marvel dropped their solicits, I think, earlier in the week. So there wasn't a whole lot that was revealed, you know, today or yesterday. But DC brought the heat between the Next Level panel yesterday, the Gotham City panel revealing the Shadow of the Bat by the Absolute Martian Manhunter team. And then today we got all this news from the Absolute universe, new Absolute one-shot Black Canary, all the hype for the new issue 25 covers and all of this. Like, this is crazy. Then you've got, you know, what was the big shot here? Absolute Catwoman got some news. Then of course, you know, Steel, Vixen, Static, 3 new ongoing series announced. New artist, Zermanico taking over on Superman. Dan Mora moving back to Justice League full time, and also doing a Justice League special issue that he is not only drawing but writing for the very first time in his career. Which this is a massive like piece of news here. Dan Mora is one of our great artists working today, and he is doing a script. He's writing a script. It's awesome. It's a huge step forward for him as a creator. Like, who knows? Like, if it's great and he catches the writing bug, like, we might see a day where Dan Moore is writing and drawing his own books. This could be the start of that. Should I indulge Tyler's? You know what? It's Saturday. Did DC announce D's yet? D's what? Was Steal the book that Stephanie Williams teased about on her Instagram? Yes. She was mentioning there was going to be a third big announcement. Yeah. So disappointed there was no Absolute event news. Kind of feeling it's going to be pushed to next year. Yeah, you know, I don't know. A delay. What do you guys think? Do you think a delay is possible for that? It is a little surprising that, given that we're only now a handful of weeks from November solicits, which would be like in time for the event, right? If the event's coming out in November, that's the solicitations we'll get that will reveal that. Why would they not give us initial details on that here and now? Especially when this is the biggest convention you can go to. Right, and this, you know, everybody was there basically. Most of the creative teams, or at least one member of each creative team, was there. So it's weird that there wasn't talked about there. The only thing maybe is just that, I mean, Jason Aaron is supposed to be writing it, so he wasn't there. Who knows? Missed all the comic stuff. Yeah, there was a lot, man. I'll try to catalog some of it on Twitter. Shout out to Jenna, Michelle, Annie, Jace, like a ton of people that were in the room. We were following along, but there's a lot happened. DC Comics. I'll give you that. I'll give you that one. No, I would say the thing that caught my eye the most, besides Vixen, I'm super hyped for Vixen. That is probably a number one thing I'm most jacked about. I think what's going on with Absolute Flash right now is really hype. Like, that book kind of was a weak link in the Absolute line, and I think it's really found its footing with now that the Fort Fox arc is over. And Wally's got a little bit more agency, a little more confidence. He's on a mission. You got Linda Park in the book now, who's brought a lot of life to the series and has been a great partner with Wally, and they have really great rapport. I think Haining, who's been filling in often, has done an awesome job filling in for Nick Robles and keeping that sort of manga inspiration going on the book, and that's very in line with the rest of the Absolute titles. And I think that Lemire has found his groove in terms of what he wants to do with the book, which is steering it down a more of a hard science sort of direction with the Star Labs folks, with Victor Stone coming in, and now with the Cyborg, Teen Titans, all of it, and leaning more into Wally being a teenager and hooking up with other teenage characters. I 1000% back in on Absolute Flash. I never dropped it or anything, but it was touch and go after issue 12. Let me tell you that. But we are back. We are so back. Marvel hands out Doom masks and capes in the minutes before its Hall H presentation. Holy cow. That's sick. Tyler is a comedic genius, immaculate timing, and quick with the jokes. I would never say this on the main account. Gotta keep him humble. And you wouldn't say that in Tyler's stream, right? You don't want to blow up that ego more than it is. I was unsure about Haining when I first saw her art, but I adore the vibe she brings now. Perfect fit, and kind of wish she was the main. Yeah, if you guys do like the art, Haining's art on Flash, she also did Spirit World back in, was it Dawn of DC? And I'm really enjoying Neighborhood Watch. She's doing with Sarah Gailey. It's one of my favorite reads right now, and I love her art on that book. Big Haining fan. Pat's gonna converse with himself for the rest of the live stream. Can't have Sean hear that. Oh, hell no. Hell no. All right, we got another person here that is in the room. Okay, apparently that... Okay, so this guy, pretty trusted. He's in the room. He's saying that he also heard the motorcycle. So I think this Ryan Gosling Ghost Rider thing is real. It's cool too because the Ghost Rider films were so long ago at this point that it's not like, and they were pretty successful for the most part for what they were. So it's not like people have a bad taste in their mouth. Like it's been more than enough time has passed for them to relaunch the character within the MCU, and you get an actor like Ryan Gosling to do it. Which we've heard that rumor before that he was interested in playing Ghost Rider. So it sounds like this is happening. There's a rip of the whole of the Odyssey has leaked on Twitter. There's no way I would sit here on my computer or phone or tablet and watch a movie like that. I feel like Christopher Nolan would like literally jump through the screen like that chick from The Ring and slap me. And not slap me with his hand. He would slap me with like an actual IMAX camera. Danny Ketch? Yeah, it's possible. No, imagine if he's playing Robbie Reyes. I remember when Endgame came out, someone bought a whole cam rip on the school iPad. That's crazy. Seats on the floor for Marvel's Hall H panel include signs for the Disney executive leadership. Gosling casting feels like a Krasinski cameo in Multiverse of Madness. But there was another one, though. Like, Benedict Cumberbatch was a very popular fan cast for Doctor Strange, and then that happened, you know? Sometimes it's just... And it wasn't even like people were saying that Ryan Gosling should play him. There were, like, rumors that he wanted to play Ghost Rider, I think. You know what I mean? He's playing the motorcycle itself. You know what's crazy? I always think about that. Anybody else see Teen Titans Go to the Movies? It was so wild to me how that movie like bagged on so many of like the silly like practices of like giving Batman's things their own shows and movies, and then like 99% of that ended up happening. They did actually make a show about Batman's car and Alfred and all that. Genius movie. Genius movie. Something special being set up in the aisles at Hall H ahead. Is the rapture about to take place? Like, what is gonna happen in this hall? Chris Nolan has connections. If he finds out you pirated his movies, he'll cross borders and extradite you like Batman did to Lau. Love that movie, man. Truly one of the great debates of our time. People love debating Dark Knight versus the Batman. I think I'm still team The Dark Knight, but I'm also a bit of a Batman stan. They're about to get an incursion? That'd be crazy. Oh, the crew has Avengers shirts on, man. That's sick. That's sick, son. Herbie is on the stage in Hall H. It's the original Fantastic Four design, not the new glowing 2XL design from Doomsday. Nice, my man Herbs. A bunch of ninjas are jumping out to announce Shang-Chi. Oh, they got a mask. Cool. Good for you. Happy. Where's that meme? Happy for you. Really happy for. I'm jealous of all these people getting freaking ash cans at these comic book panels, man. We were watching in the Discord. People were already putting those ash cans on eBay. They were literally taking pictures of the ash cans in the seat and immediately throwing up a listing on eBay. That's crazy, man. This is Disneyland Tomorrowland one. Yo, did you see that did they tear down the Walt's Carousel of Progress? I've been loosely following the park news, but dang, rest in peace, bro. Is it Reno? I don't know. They're gonna release a real life Hulk, bro. I see. In that situation, you better make me sign a waiver before I come in this room. You know what I mean? I do. Yeah, that Legion is so high for Legion. It's getting renovated. Okay, that's what I thought. The Marvel Studios Hall H panel has officially begun. Yo, one of y'all gotta be on here live streaming this bitch. Come on. They made me go to TikTok, man. TikTok. Number one in chat. Let's go. Here's Herbie. Let me turn this music off a little bit.
What's up, Herbie? Herbie, marry me.
All right, so Herbie's just out here vibing. That's so sick. Oh, yo, my guys actually put the whole mask on. That's crazy. Put the whole mask on. All right, so Herbie's there. Yo, the trip is crazy. Another shot of Herbie. Everybody's saying, come to me for your Hall H coverage, even though they're probably not in the room. Like, I'm trying to get the most. Security has been tightened at Hall H to prevent fans from filming the exclusive footage. Damn, they ain't playing games, man. It's another shot of Hall H. Oh, sure. You got it. No running. Wait, what did that say at the end? If you're entering the room for the first time, please walk to your seat. No running. Please fill all seats. Do not look for seats for other. Oh, do not hold seats for other people or place an items next to you. Okay. Cool. Good to know. Yeah, I would buy a robot, man. I desperately, ever since I was a little kid, I saw the Jetsons for the first time. Okay, I feel like I was setting that up to say something nasty about Rosie. That was not where I was going. But I've always wanted a robot. Like in my house, just to do all the stuff that I don't want to do in the house. You know what I mean? When the first Walking Dead footage premiered at New York City Comic Con, people got trampled. I can imagine, man. Or were they just like getting in the spirit of the show and just creating a horde? You know what I mean? Okay, they're still saying Herbie. Okay, nothing new there. Let me go to the my sources here. What's this guy saying? Okay, you're not saying anything. Okay, cool. What if Robert Downey Jr. just incinerated Herbie on stage? Just actually lit him on fire, and you can hear him like wailing in the background. He's just going back and forth on stage on fire. I need someone to edit this like video of Herbie just like on stage going back and forth, like set to like Crank That by Soldier Boy or something. That'd be great. Herbie Van Bingwall Phage I said Phage. Feige finds the right hat to wear. Like my guy loves his ball caps. Y'all see Mark Wade today at the DC panel? My man, there is no drippier dude on planet Earth than Mark Wade. That is my guy, man. Edited with the Michael Richardson stand. Uh, Robert Downey Jr. and Feige are on stage at Hall. I can't trust these people because this is why you don't go to the latest tab. Give me the actual sauces. Dude, how have you not posted in 10 minutes? Come on, man. You're supposed to be a sauce. Should begin shortly following an unplanned delay, likely looking at 6 p.m. Pacific time. What are we doing here, man? What are we doing here, man? They got Herbie out here filibustering. That's crazy. You better be paying overtime, man. My Twitter has completely stopped working. It's bad. A room full of people in Doom costumes are all singing "Don't Stop Believing." I'm pretty sure this is how it starts. The end times. This is it right here. You're going on Blue Sky. We have fun with that. So here's the thing. I know that a lot of the creatives and folks are on Blue Sky and Threads and whatnot. I just don't feel like getting started on another app, dude. I just don't have time in my day to be trying to yap on multiple platforms. Like, I need to spend more time on Instagram. I don't know, man. On my phone, man, it's the YouTube app, it's Discord, and it's Twitter. That's pretty much it. I just do not have time to be investing in a bunch of other platforms, man. As much as I hate that so many like creators and cool folks are not on Twitter anymore because of reasons. Robots don't have rights. Oof. I had to delete Twitter last year. I get it. I get why people aren't on here. It's fair. I'm tempted to click this, but I really don't want to click this. Somebody's already. Here we go. Here we go. Yo, I cannot knock the hustle. I cannot knock the hustle. Incredible. Wasting no time. Like, absolutely no time wasted. Already. Wow. I just auto post a Blue Sky using Buffer. You know, I should probably go back on Buffer. You're right. I should. There's one list for 1,000. Really? That's crazy. Folt's gonna buy one. I'm gonna look at some of these links that he sent me. I was so shocked to learn how that guy makes money. It was hilarious, but also somehow on brand too. Why are people saying that Robert Downey Jr. and Kevin Feige are on stage, and then other people are saying that the panel hasn't started yet? Like, what are we doing? This is reminding me of the opening scene of was it Scream 2? This is a theater full of ghost faces. It's crazy. I am 100% with you though, Cardiac, about the lack of shame. It really is the missing ingredient in society right now. Is that Tyler from the Comics Pals? It is. I mean, not here. I'm not Tyler. In chat. Yeah, it's him right there. Doombot's in there off time. One Piece cards at Dodger Stadium were being sold for like $400. Dude, I saw people selling them One Piece boxes from, was it Burger King or KFC, or one of them had them One Piece bento boxes. I think it was Popeyes actually. People were buying like people were buying meals at Popeyes, taking all the chicken out, and then selling the boxes. What a time. All right, let's see what these guys are saying. Is this guy posted at all? You have not posted in 15 minutes, sir? Are you live? Someone check on this guy. Oh, a human being has stepped on stage. Okay, good to know. Oh, we are going to mute that, sir. No, thank you. Heck nah. You'll be doing no such thing. Already had to fight some demonetization nonsense in the last video, man. YouTube don't play that. Let's see here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna count it now, guys. Time of death for our friend Eric Voss. 8:59 p.m. Eastern time. Hasn't tweeted from Hall H in 15 minutes. He clearly is no longer with us. Now what's this guy doing? Again, 15 minutes. What are these people doing? The Lanterns trailer? The whole trailer, dude. The whole trailer. So I had to go in and cut the trailer, the whole reaction out of the video, apparently. I'm pretty sure Hayden said that too. That it would happen. Sure enough. No surprises. But this is what it's because Twitch is way more lenient with these things. They don't flag nearly as fast and as hard as YouTube does. Still getting used to things over here. Okay, they're still singing apparently. Nothing here. Eric, I'm gonna slide you down a few times. Oh, here we go. San Diego Comic-Con director Eddie Ibrahim is on stage to introduce the Marvel panel. Good for him. Let's go. Oh, okay. So Kevin Feige's on stage highlighting the entire Marvel Cinematic Multiverse. Cool. That's why we stopped trailer watchers. Yeah, and the thing is too, like these trailers now, they all want to use like IP music. They all want to use just like licensed stuff, slowed down versions of Nirvana songs and all that. Come on, Chris, ask Volt for a loan so that you can pay for licensing Journey songs. Listen, I'm gonna ask him for a loan so I can go to New York Comic Con, or maybe he'll give me his VIP ticket. He'll be a good Samaritan. Who knows? We can sing songs about all our favorite baddies. Feige's out there looking slim too. Feige on that Zempi? Is Feige on that Zempi?
Yes. Wow. This, the The history of Marvel Studios and the history of Hall H are intertwined. Was anybody here in 2010 when we announced the Avengers for the first time? It's awesome. Wow.
Why are you looking slim?
Look at these guys. Wow. This, you know, the history of Marvel Studios and the history of Hall H are intertwined. Was anybody here in 2010 when we announced the Avengers for the first time?
Okay, Dwayne Miller, you got us an actual video clip. You're getting added to the tabs. I need for anybody who is. I just want to say this real quickly before we continue. If anybody is triggered by multiple tabs, your OCD just like goes really crazy. I would encourage you to leave now. It's not going to get any better. I'm just telling you right now. Clapping like they know they was not there in 2010. I know. Vision Quest arrives October 3rd for anyone who's excited about things of that nature. Let's go ahead and give this. First of all, let's give this guy a follow. Cinemaniac, my guy. Online film critic. It's a job I wanted as a kid. Look at me now. He indicates that no announcements for Vision Quest or other Marvel TV shows are coming. What is this then? Sir? Sir? October 3rd of what year? That's a very good question. Okay, no, nothing there. $5 years later, yeah, dude. Wait a second. No. No. Did you just say that WandaVision came out 5 years ago? Shut the... You've got to be kidding me. That's impossible, bro. Endgame Encore trailer includes footage of the crowd reacting to opening night screening in 2019 Portals moment. Endgame Encore trailer is playing now. So it sounds like they're just really playing up the nostalgia to get people being like, remember when Marvel was great? Was just talking about how I couldn't care less about Vision Quest because of how long it's been. Yeah, I mean, I don't care. Like I just don't. It's been way too long. This goes back to what I was talking about during the I put up a video a couple days ago about the Doomsday trailer that just one of the biggest problems that they've had is that they've, unlike how it used to be in the MCU where they would introduce a character and they would build that character out over multiple things or in multiple years, they simply haven't done that recently. The Shang-Chi case is just a perfect example of this. Shang-Chi, how much money did Shang-Chi box office? How much money did that movie make? Bro, that movie made $430 million in the middle of the panorama. Like, this movie was hugely successful. $224 million, like, right now would be very good. That's like 10 Supergirls. How on earth did they not fast track a sequel to Shang-Chi? I don't want to trust this freaking latest tab, but I just want to see if there's any videos. They're talking about the relaunch of Avengers Endgame. Oh yeah, they're gonna put out a new version or whatever.
That piece gets me going very much. That is awesome.
All right, more footage.
Wow. Look at these guys. Wow. This, you know, the history of Marvel Studios and the history of Hall H are intertwined. Was anybody here in 2010 when we announced the Avengers for the first time? Or when Loki came out and made everybody kneel to him? Is it anybody's first time in Hall H? Oh, nice.
So everybody, yeah.
And I'm sure some people were here 2 years ago when Robert Downey Jr. came out. And we revealed.
Do you remember that? Yeah. Gosling as Ghost Rider confirmed. Oh, there it is. Ryan Gosling joins the MCU in Marvel Studios' Ghost Rider, directed by Sean Levy. That's the homie from that did the did his Starfighter movie, I think. There you go. Wow. Okay, first domino down. We're getting a Ghost Rider movie. See, the thing is, though, when they used to announce these things, it'd be like, oh my god, let's get hyped. This is happening. Wow. But after Blade, I'm like a little sus. Until I see a camera in front of Ryan Gosling, no. I'm excited for this. Not getting my hopes up yet. I want to see a craft services table. It's awesome, though. Logo looks crazy cool. Oh, he's actually there. Gosling is, in fact, in the building. There he is. So, I mean, listen, dude, dog, come on. Yo, we gotta get Blade now. If you got Ghost Rider, you get Blade. We already had Moon Knight. Midnight Suns is right there. Sean Levy, good director? Depends on your perspective. He's done a lot of commercial schlocky movies. He did Free Guy. He did do Deadpool and Wolverine. He's doing the Starfighter movie. Did that Adam Project movie. He's very much a journeyman's journeyman, studio director. Not exactly an auteur, but he's got a good working relationship with Disney and Marvel now because he did Deadpool, Wolverine, and Starfighter. So not exactly like giving me a lot of hope that this is going to be a very stylish movie, but it is what it is. Something to do Black Panther. Yeah, I'm honestly pretty crushed about that, to be honest with you. There was our chance to get some real representation on the big screen. All right, here's the Ghost Rider.
Is this really happening? Okay.
Interesting to me with Gosling's career right now. He there was a period of time in his career where he was kind of only doing like indie stuff. Like this is like maybe 10 years ago, where everyone thought of him as like the new hot young thing or whatever. or like the new leading man, and he kind of played against type and was doing a lot of those Nicholas Winding Refn, whatever his name is, films, and was going real indie darling king. And ever in the last couple of years, that's kind of changed. He's doing Star Wars, he's doing Marvel now. Very much like kind of wanting to be that guy, like to make that money. That's gotta be what's happening here. Trying to make that money. Where's the motorbike? Yeah, that's a really good question. I want to see Ryan Gosling. John Barenthal is on stage at Hall H. Okay, so we're getting Punisher. Are we getting more Punisher stuff? Here's another shot. I love these shots so much. Wait, are they like is this somebody's MacBook? What is happening here? Refresh. An exclusive scene for Spider-Man Brand New Day is being shown to Hall H. John Barenthal is on stage to remind Feige that Spider-Man Brand New Day is coming next week. Cool. Sean Levy is a hack director that's never made anything good. I wouldn't call him a hack. He's just not what I would call a visionary. You know what I mean? I don't think he's a hack. Maybe hack adjacent. I don't know why I'm following this person. Oh, here's the John Barenthal. Yo, why does he look like he's stepping out of like a scene from Happy Days?
What's up? What's going on, Feige?
Nothing. We're Hall H. We're talking about movies that are.
What's up, Kaiju?
Talking about the future.
Be interested to see Ryan Gosling and Ghost Rider. Yeah.
Coming out in the future. That's right. That's what we're doing here. Yeah. Is that what we're doing here?
Yes.
Last time I checked, Friday, July 31st. I almost messed that up. That's the future, right?
This Friday, yes, we do have a movie coming out this Friday.
A movie, yeah.
Yes.
And which film is that, sir?
It's called Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Nice. Okay. Exclusive look at Spider-Man Brand New Day is being showcased for attendees in Hall H. Cool. Saul Barenthal. Okay, people lost their minds. Okay, cool. This is not a fake trailer. Ignore you. Block this person. Block him. Just outright block him. Stupid AI trailers. Kaiju, by the way, guys, give some love in chat. Kaiju Kitten's a friend of mine. She is currently at San Diego Comic-Con. She's been sending me some cool insight and information on the show floor and vendors and all of that. So I really appreciate it, Kaiju. Eating sushi and watching Hall H with you because I wasn't out to spend 2 days of my con in a line. Apparently, people who spent 2 days in that line are not in the room. So good on you for not showing up. The Russo brothers are here. Okay. Russos are here. Interesting. Ryan Gosling Ghost Rider was a really popular fan cast. There were rumblings like way back, like a couple years ago. I mean, this probably goes back years of like Gosling wanting to play the character or petitioning to play the character. I don't even know if so much it was a fan cast as so much as he had put it out there that he wanted to play the character. Footage shown Spider-Man and Punisher take on Smart Hulk. Frank throws a grenade at Hulk, which Bruce catches and responds with "really" before it explodes and knocks him aside. Peter and Frank continue their back and forth bickering, and MJ gets a brief mention with the line, "Are you blushing under there?" Interesting. Okay. Again, you are getting blocked. Yes, Near, it has started. The biggest thing we've learned so far, Ghost Rider, Ryan Gosling, 2028. No counterfeit wristbands have been a real problem this year. Interesting. Counter. Listen, love Marvel just as much as the next guy, brother, but come on. It's crazy. The back corners of Hall H have become Avengers and X-Men stages? Wait, what? What? What is happening here? What's up, Ash? Wait, is this is like, okay, is this looks like Kelsey Grammer, James Marsden, Rebecca Romaine. I cannot tell who any of these people are. Are these? This is like David Harbour. I can't tell who is this. This okay, Avengers side though. That's definitely Paul Rudd. That looks like. Bro, this looks fake. I have no idea. This looks like Letitia Wright and I can't remember his name. That plays M'Baku. Black Panther. It looks like AI, but it's also I can also make out who they are. This looks like this could be Don Cheadle. This is Simu Liu. Oh, is it Ghost? Louis Pullman. That's what I was thinking. It looked like Sentry. This has to be real because I can tell who it is. And this is Jenna. This is Jenna tweeting it. I don't think Jenna would make up BS. And Jenna's in the room. Why are we not following Jenna's account? Entire Doomsday cast is on the stage. Okay, no, this is real. This is real. Yes, this is real. Okay, cool. Did we not have a better? Okay, that's definitely who I thought it was. That's Paul Rudd. Oh, that's Anthony Mackie, Simu Liu, and I still cannot tell. Is this Namor? I still can't tell who this is on the end. And this is David Harbour, Sentry. Oh no, that's Namor in the corner over here. So who is this? Is it not Pedro Pascal? I can't tell. So funny. Discussing film has some closer shots. Discussing. Hold on. Are they in the room? Haley Atwell will return in Avengers Doomsday. Okay, that's like slightly better. Enhance. Okay. There we go. Okay, that's definitely small. Okay, but who is this? Yo, who is this? Oh, it's the Falcon. That's who it is. Okay, my bad, bro. I forgot your name, dog. My bad. That's who it is. That's who it is. Robert Downey Jr., Pedro Pascal, Haley Atwell, and Chris Evans on stage. Oh my God. They brought everybody up in this piece. Okay, so now hold on. Go back. Oh my God, there's too many things happening here. Okay, get you guys go. Okay, cool. Here we go.
Robert Downey Jr.
Danny Ramirez, thank you. I'm usually good with actors' names, but completely forgot that dude's name. Also, if I haven't shouted you out, welcome on in. It's good to have you in here. Hope you guys are doing well. Just a lot of chaos happening right now. Trying to piece it together. Exactly. I need everything. Okay, give me Hall H latest. This is everybody. Wow. Look at that. I'm telling you, man, I've seen some people who are like being very, very, very negative about Doomsday. And I shared my thoughts in the video I made a couple days ago. I'm still hyped, man. It's Marvel. It's an Avengers movie. They've made a lot of missteps since Endgame, but I'm here for it, man. Listen, I'm wearing the shirt. The MCU was my just jam for like the better part of a decade. It means a lot to me also, just on a personal level. My dad, I don't know how deeply I want to get into this, but my dad was in the hospital back in 2008 with a kidney failure and literally almost died. And after he got out of the hospital, the very first thing we did was we went and saw Iron Man in theaters right when it came out. And to this day, he and I have seen like every single MCU movie in theaters together. Even when I've like not lived near him or been out of town or whatever, I've found a way to make it happen. And this means something to me, man. All jokes aside, like it really does mean something to me. So, warts and all, I will be there day one for Doomsday. What's up, comics pals? How you doing? Thank you, I appreciate it. I'm assuming that's Sean. Introduce the cast. Okay, so that's another thing too. There are characters in Doomsday that we don't know that are in Doomsday, man. Full shill mode, yeah. I hope this movie can rekindle my love for these movies. Yeah, man, I'm excited for it, dude. I'm here for it. 1000%. Remember seeing it with my pops too. We pretty much watch everything together as well. Yeah, man. Seeing Endgame, I saw Endgame first showing Thursday night at Disney Springs in Orlando in the big Dolby Theater with my dad. Top 10 like moment of my life. No joke. Like we had seen all those movies together. Ryan Reynolds is in Hall H dressed as Gray Deadpool. Is he gonna be in the movie? Me and my brother see comic book movies together all the time, so no matter the quality of the movie, it's fun to see it with him, so I get it. Heck yeah. And my dad grew up a comic book fan too. Like, he was one of those dudes going to the corner store with $1, getting comics and candy and drinks and stuff. Like, that's, like, he's one of those, like, 70s folks. So, like, it means a lot to me. It's just awesome to have these movies. Like, are they gonna announce, like, what's it called? Uncanny X-Force? Like, he's wearing the gray suit. Or is it just Deadpool's in Doomsday?
Oh, no, guys, okay, this is getting a bit too real. We're gonna need some help. Guys, can you come join us? Come to the main stage.
down.
Please help, come.
Oh, that's why they cleared out the, Yeah, see, you see all this energy right now? All these grifters talking about the MCU's dead, the MCU's cooked, no one's interested in Doomsday, it's gonna flop, Dune 3 is gonna make more money. Get the heck out of here, bruh. It's the MCU, man. It's Marvel. It's Avengers. Y'all tripping, dog. And for my blind baggers out here, you know who you are. My blind baggers. Guys, I'll see you in December, okay? If I have to eat the blind bag, I'll eat the blind bag, okay? But don't you think for a second that when this movie makes more than Spider-Man, I am gonna be unreasonable as heck. Just saying. Deadpool confirmed to be in Avengers Doomsday. I want to see someone else confirm this.
Yeah, can we get him a microphone? Oh my god. Can we get a microphone over
Oh, I have one.
I like how you just pulled the microphone out. That's amazing. Is there any clips? Madam Web 2. Get the heck out of here. Listen, no. As far as so if you guys don't know, a little bit of context. I'm sorry, I gave you no context. I have placed a bet that Avengers Doomsday will make more money than Spider-Man Brand New Day. If that does not happen, I am expected to eat a blind bag of my choice, an actual like blind bag comic book. I think that it's going to be close. I think it can go either way. That being said, I think Avengers Doomsday is going to be massive. And it's going to be a war at the box office. So I'm prepared to eat that blind bag, but ooh, boy, don't let Avengers make more money. Ooh, don't let that movie make more money. They haven't said, like, what is he doing? Is he
Had your hand up, maybe?
Yeah, can we get him a microphone?
Is he gonna be in the movie? Where's Jenna? Deadpool and Doomsday is making those leaks seem more and more real. I haven't seen the leaks at all, so I will take your word for it. Eat just the bag or the comic too? We haven't really gone into details because, as you can tell, it's a very ridiculous thing. The whole thing is ridiculous. So I haven't thought about the process. Like, am I going to use a fork? Am I going to season it? None of the. We haven't gotten into all that. We'll get to it come like December, January when the results come in. You know what I mean? I'll start worrying about these things when I have to worry about these things. And it has the benefit of coming out during the holiday season. See, that's the thing too, is that, yeah, I mean, Spider-Man's going to make $1 billion plus, right? It's going to be huge, especially if certain characters are in it that have been speculated that are going to be in the movie. But Avengers is going to have the benefit of people being off of work for weeks at a time in the holiday season, and it's going to make, and especially if it's good and the word of mouth is like, hey, Avengers is back. Oh, forget it. $2 billion. Put it down. Eat both? The heck is? Oh, the bag in the the comic. I thought you meant like eat the movies. That was like weird. They're showing footage of Doomsday. Apparently, the movie. Okay. Is anybody gonna show a clip of this at all?
John Comment, the Sentry, Louis Pullman, Brett, Guardian himself, David Harbour, returning as Mystique, Rebecca Romaine, the great Kelsey Grammer,
That dress.
and James Marsden.
Oh, this is a new Doom poster? Yo, this is heat. Why was this not the first poster they showed? This is crazy. Oh, it's hot. I can't imagine eating a bag for real. I gotta commit to the bit, man. Is this the new poster? Oh, listen, this is an AI upscale or whatever. This does look exactly like the replica of the suit I saw on the show floor. I really want this to be good, but I'm just not very convinced. The thing is, the track record of everyone involved makes me think if you had to place money on it being good or not, I want to say good. I just mean like a watchable, good, fun, exciting time, right? I'm not saying it's a masterpiece, whatever, just good. It's the Russos. It's the MCU cast. It's is it Chris Marcus or McFeely, whatever his name is? Like, it's the same writing, directing team as the other Avengers movies that we all loved. It's Robert Downey Jr. And I can't imagine Robert Downey Jr. Obviously, look, they paid him a bag. I can't imagine him coming back to do this and the story wasn't right. You know what I mean? Like, this dude's not going to attach himself to some slop. So I have to imagine they have something in place. It's going to be a wild time. This ain't even me like huffing the copium. You know what I mean? I genuinely think like the movie's going to be better than people are thinking it's going to be. They're going to find a way of bringing all these things together in one fell swoop. Footage town and Hall H for Doomsday shows V Doom calling Sentinels to action. Okay. Oh, there's more.
Thor, and why was he crying?
Where is Thor?
Yes.
And why is Thor crying?
Why was he crying?
He's a Wrexham fan.
Yes.
I love how Ryan's probably just not going to take the mask off and just be Deadpool the whole time. That's fantastic. I hope they don't butcher Ghost Rider. The one thing I will say about the Ghost Rider thing, I really would have loved to have gotten like a horror director or someone who just has a really good vision, like a flair for it. Oh, Black Panther 3. There it is. Kevin Feige returns for one last thing. Is this gonna be the last thing that they say? No, come on. This can't be the only thing. All right, Ryan Coogler is here. I think. 100 million could say a lot different. Maybe. Okay, so it looks like it is Coogler there. Can we get confirmation from literally anybody else? Feige teases one more thing and brings out Ryan Coogler to officially announce Black Panther 3. Our X-Men bets are looking pretty bad, folks. It's not looking good for our X folks, man. It's not looking good. Specifically, Black Panther as a title. Well, they weren't going to call it White Panther, so I'm guessing. Yeah. I'm hoping for some Secret Wars stuff, but again, I think part of the issue with Secret Wars, they don't want to give away Doomsday.
It's always an honor to come here. My first time here was in 2008. I sat way in the back, almost 20 years ago. Hey, what's up?
Ryan Coogler's the man. Ryan Coogler returns to Marvel Studios to direct Black Panther 3, only in theaters December 15th, 2028. Ooh, this logo is so tough, though, bro. It's so tough, though, man. Woof, that is heat. That is heat. Okay, but apart... Should I say new child to child? The new T'Challa of the MCU will be played by David Johnson. Who dat? Is it a child? A kid? Oh. There you go. I'm sorry, I can't help but notice Shuri's over here looking mad upset about this. Yo, they gave me my movie. I'm thinking I'm about to be the new Panther. This is my world now. Nope. Patriarchy, baby. Patriarchy. It's Black Panther, not Black Pantheress. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Heck yeah, man. I know a lot of people wanted Damson, but I've never seen that guy in anything, to be honest with you. I've never seen him. Tyler, out here tweeting. I see you, Tyler. Gonna hit that with a like real quick. Dave Johnson has been cast as T'Challa's son in Black Panther 3. So they're not recasting T'Challa. They're just turning it into a legacy play. She's mad because he said he got the vaccine. That's wild. See, even in this picture, yo, even in this picture, she looking mad. No. That's crazy. Yo. She's like, man, I've been in so many movies. I've been out here grinding. They made me the Panther finally. And they immediately replaced her with a man. Dang. Hate to see it. Hate to see it. That being said, is this really it? Is this really it? Because I'm going to be honest with you. This, I feel like nothing outside of a guest ghostwriter being confirmed as a thing that's happening. We already knew Black Panther 3 was coming. That's not news. It's going to be a meme. It's got to be a meme. I'm claiming it now. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that, right? That's an all-timer right there, man. And Baku out here throwing his hand on the back like, you go on in there, young blood. Get your stuff going. Is this really it? Oh no, chat. We might be cooked. Oh no. Is that really it? No Secret Wars, no X-Men, no Sadie Sink. No, I think it's over. It's over. I think that's it. I think that is unfortunately it. I guess it's really hard given that Brand New Day is coming out shortly, then Doomsday. At the end of the year, I seem to recall people complaining about their panel last year where they. Yeah. I feel like this is surprising, yet in a way, not surprising. So, like I said earlier, right? They can't really theoretically talk too much about Secret Wars without giving up to the casual audiences, like what's going to happen in, Doomsday. Now, a lot of us kind of know what's going to happen in Doomsday, right? Because we all are familiar with Secret Wars. But for people who watched Infinity War, again, they didn't say anything about Endgame because they didn't want to give away the snippy snap. With this, again, the X-Men thing is so tricky because that's a post-Secret Wars thing. Unlike Marvel Comics giving away all the details about stuff happening before events have ended, they really can't afford to talk too much about these things unless they give away some things. And it's also entirely possible that things like X-Men are just not ready to be shown. Blade is definitely dead. Blade is dead. So if Feige wasn't lying, they really couldn't get the movie together, which I want to know. We need a documentary about why they couldn't make this Blade movie happen. Because that's just ridiculous. Yeah, I think we're done here, fam. I think we are actually done. It's Black Panther 3, Ghost Rider, and by the way, Doomsday is coming out. We haven't even officially gotten Sadie Sink cast as Jean Grey. Why would they announce that? I don't know. What was Denzel there for? Vibes. San Diego's a great town. Great food scene. Great beaches. I have no idea. I mean, we've been waiting on some kind of X-Men announcement for X-Men project for years already, and we have an announcement out to the end of December 2029. So, are you saying no X-Men until 2029? Secret Wars is 2020. When is the Secret Wars? Secret Wars is next December, right? Secret Wars release date. So, they gave us with the Ghost Rider and Black Panther. When did they say Ghost Rider was coming out? In 2028. I mean, X-Men has to be coming out in 2028 as well, right? Because if Secret Wars is 2027, they want to start the new era with whatever the flagship thing is going to be. Didn't Denzel say that was going to be his last movie or something? I don't know. There was a lot of speculation about Denzel and Black Panther 3. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe it's not happening. Who knows? I melted my computer monitor because the candle was too close. So, Tyler, quick question. So, are you a candle guy? Is that right? Do you like scented or just for the mood? Are you a Yankee Candle dude? I'm excited for Ghost Rider, but this was a whimper of a showcase. Let me put that lo-fi X-Men back on for a second while we talk about this. It's a little too loud. Lo-fi X-Men to celebrate the lack of X-Men. I like Sense. Okay, Orban Hightower. I see you. If it's gonna happen, it has to be announced sometime. It's getting ridiculous. I'm not even that excited for it anymore. I mean, I'm excited for it, but like I said, they have major things that they have to get to first before we even get to X-Men. There are 2 Avengers movies before we get to X-Men. Like, a lot has to happen here. We gotta kill off the old folks first. We already got X-Men, man. They gotta be killed. This right here is sending me. I'm gonna leave this up for a little bit. You know, let's leave this up for a little bit. This is the defining image of this entire Hall H for me. I wonder if there'll be more news post Spider-Man release at D23. When is D23? Because that's definitely a possibility for sure. As a one-time Marvel Hall H regular, I would have been super bummed with this as a presentation. Yeah, can you imagine? Well, here's the thing. If you were someone who waited in a sleeping bag for the last however many hours or days or whatever, at the end of the day, you got to see Robert Downey Jr. live in person, right? Haley Atwell was like within stepping distance from you. That would have been fine for me. Just to be in the same room, breathing the same oxygen as David Harbour. Come on. That's a reason to live right there. D23 is in August. Yeah, there's a good chance we can get some news there. I mean, I don't know about X-Men news, but maybe. Whatever, anything that happens in Spider-Man will be responded to potentially at D23, assuming Kevin Feige and Marvel Studios have a presence there. It's entirely possible. August 14th is the Disney Entertainment panel at D23, which includes Marvel. I've always wanted to go to D23. You have to be like a member, right? You got to pay like you got to pay some Mickey bucks, like $100 or some $200, something like that, to be a D23 member in order to get into the big old convention. That's for like the super fans. Yeah. The other thing too is that we're announcing Ghost Rider and Black Panther. These are both post-Secret Wars movies. So we are announcing random projects that will take place in the new MCU, but not the big thing that's going to take place in the new MCU. Is interesting to me. Also, will these actors, I'm assuming M'Baku and Shuri will be there. I mean, why would they be standing here if they weren't going to be in the movie? I think you need the membership to get early access, but it looks rad. That'd be the only reason I would want to get a D23 membership, is just to go to D23. It's usually... Where is it this year? D23 2026. Where is it? It's in Anaheim? Because when it's in Orlando, the next time it's in Orlando, I'll definitely go. If they reboot, will they keep these actors? Well, here's the thing, and welcome in, Harrison. Here's the thing. This movie is scheduled for December 2028. Secret Wars is December 2027. So this movie is going to happen after the reboot, right? The reboot that's not a reboot. So we know that they'll survive Secret Wars and they'll be a part of the new universe. So anything that gets announced post 2027 is something that's going to be in the new MCU. So they're gonna use the Secret Wars to basically reset what and pick and choose whatever actors and properties and franchises they want to keep around. So it's gonna be interesting to see what passes through. One thing I'm very curious about that I haven't seen a lot of people talk about is Spider-Man. Not that they want to talk about Spider-Man, but Tom Holland. So for those who haven't realized the passage of time here, this might scare you. Maybe. What if I told you that as of next year, Tom Holland will have played Peter Parker for as long as Robert Downey Jr. played Tony Stark? True story. And he's been in almost as many movies. Not as many, but just about. What's up, Mitch? About Black Peter Parker. Yeah. How long is Tom Holland going to be playing Peter Parker? Like, we're seeing rumblings about Miles and all that, but how real is that? He's not going to play Spider-Man forever, right? And we're starting to see him branch out to bigger roles, Odyssey, all that kind of stuff. How long are they going to keep Peter Parker and Spider-Man around for? And Tom Holland playing the character. He's entering his 30s. Now, not obviously he can keep playing Peter Parker, right? Because, whatever. But, yeah, he's way, obviously he's been Spider-Man longer than any other actor has been Spider-Man before. So what's the end game for Peter in this universe? I know that this will be different, but looking at a Ghost Rider movie as the first after Secret Wars just give me Phase 4 vibes all over again. We'll see. Assuming that we don't get an X-Men announcement that says that X-Men's the first, thing out the gate. Because you're right. If the plan is Ghost Rider and Black Panther in 2028, woo boy. Like, if you told me that Black Panther was the first movie in the new universe, I could rock with that because he's a very important character in Marvel, and they could center a lot of new things around him, but not Ghost Rider. When do you think they'll reveal the new X-Men casting? You got to look at like landmarks. D23 is one possibility, but the question is, how deep into the process are they with X-Men? We don't really know that. And there's a lot that's going to happen between Spider-Man Brand New Day and Doomsday that's going to tell the story of where this whole mutant saga is going to go and how it's going to launch. So with that being said, we may not get an X-Men reveal till next San Diego Comic-Con. Because after that, Doomsday will be done. Secret Wars will know, probably have a trailer and all that for Secret Wars, and we'll have a clearer picture of what's to come. So I would say at this point, it's entirely possible that we may not get, that information until then. Ghost Rider and Black Panther are both late 2028, October and December, respectively. Surely they have something planned right for that, right, guys? Yeah, I would imagine, again, that some sort of X-Men or Spider-Man thing. X-Men has to be the first movie out the gate. Because just like the way that Iron Man served as sort of the mission statement of the MCU, and very much set the tonal template for the MCU. You need a movie like X-Men to do that for this new post-Secret Wars era, right? That first movie is so important. It's the same thing with Superman in the DCU. The James Gunn Superman movie did a great job, in my opinion, of kind of reestablishing a new DC universe in and of itself. That first movie is everything. So it has to be X-Men. If the focus is going to be on the mutant saga, and we're going to build to an X-Men related event, then that first movie has to be X-Men. X-Men is Thunderbolts director? Yeah. Fantastic Four was announced D23, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it's entirely possible that X-Men will get announced somewhere else, but it may not be this year. Marvel has not officially announced X-Men in this capacity. So understand, when we say officially announced, like Black Panther, we'd been hearing that Coogler was working on it and that things were happening, and the Denzel rumors and all that. So that's why I'm saying, like, this was it being officially announced. We have not had that for X-Men yet. It's all just speculation. There's a director and all that, but we haven't gotten, like, you know, what they did with Marvel. Where's Marvel Studios or Marvel Entertainment or whatever? Like, we haven't gotten one of these posts for the X-Men movie with the actual title and all that. That has not happened yet. I am just really stunned that this is it. That you could literally, like, I can do one quick scroll and I've seen everything that they announced at Hall H. This is shocking to me. When I sat down to do this stream with y'all, I was not expecting this. I was not expecting Ghost Rider, Doomsday hype, and a confirmation that the Black Panther movie that we know is happening is happening. Am I disappointed? I don't even know if I would say I'm whelmed. I'm pretty underwhelmed. Still excited for Doomsday. That hasn't changed, but this is kind of whack. David Johnson playing T'Challa 2. Is he going to be blip until Marvel gets it more together? What do you mean? X-Men is the key to know if Marvel is on the good track or not. You F that up, then you're in big trouble. Yeah, so that is, again, if they're doing a mutant saga, X-Men is the tentpole franchise going forward. If Sadie Sink is truly Jean Grey, maybe we get an X-Men announcement at D23. 100% Jet. Yeah, that would be, if you want to pass me some of the copium that you've been hitting in the last hour or so, sir, slide that over to me real quick. I'll hit that with you. And that's what I'm thinking is gonna be the plan. It's just so crazy because how big of a deal San Diego Comic-Con is. You would think that they would want to put their biggest announcements here, especially with all of the hype. I mean, D23 has hype, but it doesn't have San Diego Comic-Con hype. You know what I mean? I'd be so pissed if I camped out for Hall H and saw this. I don't know, man, because again, if I was in the room for this, I got a Doom mask, and again, like I was like 10 feet away from Paul Rudd. I don't know. I'd be pretty hyped. Is he going to be T'Challa's definite now with T'Challa stories, or OC? I think he's playing a. Did they say he's playing T'Challa Jr.? You know, he's playing, like, I don't think they're replacing T'Challa. I think he's just playing his son. And he'll be Black Panther. It seems like they just really don't want to replace Chadwick Boseman and with a new actor and ask audiences to accept that. Even though they've done that with other, you know, they did it with Rhodey. It just seems like they don't want to do that. And you know what? As much as I feel like T'Challa's so important as a character, you just gotta recast. I honestly say this, I respect that. I respect that they want to honor that legacy of that actor and that character and just shut the door on it and move on with T'Challa Jr., T'Challa the Second. I honestly, bravo to them. That's really cool. Nobody's camping outside of D23 for 2 days straight for something that might be revealed. San Diego Comic-Con is where we were guaranteed to get something revealed. Especially given the track record that they have of making massive announcements at D23. Or, sorry, San Diego Comic-Con. A Doom mask you can resell for $1,000. Exactly. Pop that bad boy on eBay. Call it a day. I don't know that I would feel like I was disappointed. Freaking Ryan Reynolds showed up in a Deadpool costume. You know what I mean? Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, Pedro Pascal, they were all there. So, like, for me, that's the whole thing of me wanting to be in there, is just to be in the room and see these things. And Ryan Gosling showed up. You know? So I don't know that I would... I feel like I'm more disappointed sitting here in my house than I'd be, like, in the room. But I can still understand, like, you know. Last time they were there, Robert Downey Jr.'s Doom. Yeah, see, that's the thing. To that point, that's the expectations that we sitting here right now were having. You know what I mean? That they were going to reveal some big holy crap moment, and we just didn't get a holy crap moment. Even the freaking Ryan Gosling thing got leaked. I feel like that would be a little different, or we'd be feeling slightly different right now if that Ghost Rider news hadn't come out earlier today. That's the problem being chronically online. That's fair because they can still give him the same origin and foundation of losing a father. Yeah, I mean, they can literally just tell T'Challa stories with new T'Challa, but it's not the same character. Like, it's his son, and there's the burden of legacy. But that burden of legacy has been passed down from Black Panther to Black Panther. So it works no matter what. You'd be hype inside maybe, but after you think... Oh, you'd be hype inside maybe after you think about... Then you make it let down. Yeah, for sure. But I'm still like, I'm at San Diego Comic-Con. I just saw Robert Downey Jr. I got a Doom mask. I'll be happy. Are the Doom masks... Okay, are these popping off on the eBay? Hold on, let's go to eBay real quick. Doom Mask City. Please don't give away my address. This is a terrible idea right now. Am I getting doxxed anywhere? I don't know. Okay. $500. Oh, he has my zip code. Don't look at that. Hall H post nut clarity is real. Pat, you got a kid now. You can't be... Well, I guess, you know, there's a reason why you have a kid now. It's okay, but... Often said it might be interesting to use this new T'Challa to actually adapt one of the love interests we didn't do with the original. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Storm, Monica Lynn, yeah. And to give him the cape, yeah. They can do all... This is the thing. Sky's the limit, limits the sky, right? We only got one Black Panther movie, basically, with T'Challa, right? So all the things that we could do with Black Panther and with T'Challa are on the table. Love interests, storylines, comic run. Like, think about it. As someone who really enjoys the supernatural side of Marvel, I'm excited for Ghost Rider, but I understand why others are more disappointed than me. I don't think anybody's disappointed in... I mean, maybe in the Hall H, but not in like the prospect of Ghost Rider. Ryan Gosling doing Ghost Rider is super exciting. I'm a little underwhelmed by the choice of director. I think Levy is just kind of just a guy. he's made some good movies, but nothing that to write home about. I think the intention for this panel was to show their confidence in Doomsday and Secret Wars, but also show off a little tease for what's after. Only problem is I still don't like anything I've seen from it. I think this panel was just to show up, man, and show face and be like, hey, we're still out here. We see DC's trying to make some moves on that. We're still Marvel. We still run this town. We're going to come through with the whole cast, show you how deep our bench is. We still got stuff coming that y'all don't even know about. Like, I think they kind of wanted to just show up to show up. Show off a couple of things, and they know we got more in the pipeline. Feige's been out here talking about we got, 2042 plans. So, ultimately, they didn't have anything ready that they knew were gonna just blow people's minds, but they wanted to just show up deep and let people know the MCU is not going anywhere. That's really what it is, right? The MCU is here to stay. Our demise has been greatly exaggerated. We're about to make a Billy next week with Spider-Man. We'll see you in December. Dune's gonna get doomed. No, I should have said doomed. Dune's gonna get doomed. And we're gonna be right. Blame RPK for leaking the single surprise hours before the panel. Dude, yeah. See, that to me... Or, you know what? Or even saving the Ghost Rider thing for the end would have been better. Because the Black Panther 3 announcement, again, is not a reveal. We've kind of, for anybody who's paying attention, like we knew that Coogler's been talking about it and working on it. So that's not really shocking. Back to this. So that's ultimately why I feel like it falls a little flat. Because it's not a surprise. So, ultimately, you know what? I had fun. I hope you guys had fun. It was cool. But overall, I don't want this to be a damper on what has been an incredible just 24 to 48 hours of comic book related news. New trailer for Lanterns over from DC Studios. All this stuff. Just all the insane things that were announced from DC Comics that I am just like incredibly excited for. I just as an aside, we have a lot of DC Glazers in the chat and DC Supremacy folks. It is a really, 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 really good time to be a DC Comics fan. And I keep like pinching myself, like, is this gonna end? Like, when is the rain gonna? When's the bubble gonna burst? And it just feels like it's getting bigger and bigger and better. Everything that they announced, more or less, like I'm not even like a big Etrigan fan, but that book looks cool. Vixen, Static, Steel, like all these things, just everything that they announced for the most part, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna check that out. I'm hyped for that. And it all seems very exciting, very creator forward, and it's cohesive. Just great, man. Are there more panels for DC and Marvel? I don't believe so. Because I think Sunday, a lot of folks are dipping out on Sunday. So I don't believe we're getting anything too big tomorrow. By the way, for anybody who was paying attention to the Energon panel, did we learn anything of significance? For Energon at all? Hold on a second. Sunday. I don't think there's anything else for DC. No. Nope. Nope, that is it. We learned everything we needed to learn about Marvel and DC. No more guns in the chamber. So, I do want to again shout out to Kaiju Kittens. I really appreciate you, Kaiju, sending me some stuff, and I'll hit you up later in this weekend. But I still major FOMO from this convention. I wish I had physically gone, but it's been nice to follow along, get the news, and I'm excited for comics and excited for movies, and it's a good time. I just need the world to like not fall apart, please. Every time I see the news and pay attention to what's going on in the war and all that, I get upset because it's just like this existential crisis of like, I just want to live my life long enough to see these things, you know? I'm just like, every day I'm just like, just living in dread of just like, can we just like stop, please? I really just want to like, you know, live my life, see the world, watch some X-Men movies. X-Men Korea, anyone? Not for me. GG's was a great con for DC Comics, bad for Marvel. It could be the understatement of the decade, yeah. And last thing I'll say about that is just that, you know, I grew up, for people who don't know, I grew up loving Marvel first. Like, my first comic book love was Ultimate Marvel. And when I first started going to my LCS, I was equal opportunity Marvel and DC. Fortunately, not the case anymore, but I would love to come back. At some point, love to come back to reading Marvel regularly. It is what it is. With that being said, thank y'all for hanging out. I really appreciate it. I am going to get the heck out of here for the night. I have some comics to read, things to take care of, and it was a good time. Not a lot of crazy news, but it is what it is. So, appreciate you guys. Have a great rest of your weekend. For those of you guys who I know in Discord and chats, I will see you guys in there. And yeah, be blessed, be safe.